Test. Alright, sounds like everything's fine. Like everything's fine at the moment. I don't think. Hey. Oh, hold on. Did I? Hold on. Hold on. No, it should be activated. Can you try that again? Oh, sorry, my earphone. Like it, huh? Odd. No, blob, no. I got one thing fixed, but at what cost? Hold on, let me try it on Twitch end.
Hello.
Twitch got it working. Oh no, so it's YouTube. I set this YouTube message. Okay. No, YouTube died. No. Like, hold on. I'm looking at the commands here. See? Yeah, I have YouTube messages ticked. So, should... Damn, I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Like, Hello, Paige. How you doing? Welcome. Today, we shall have to figure out if... Oh, hold on. The game screen not really thingamajig. Wait, why? wait. It's not the day today. Right part of the brain died, damn, you know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, YouTube. The YouTube part of the brain short-circuited. So, unfortunately, only Twitch can talk. Alright, let's see. Will today be the day that we figure out that hopefully OBS doesn't crash? Cross your fingers, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Whee! Let's turn off studio mode. Well, that's odd. I'm looking at my games. I'm looking at the nested game scene, and for some reason the screen is upside down. Transform. No, what is happening here? Hold on. Here, I'll screenshot it here. So this is my current OBS scene right now when I look. All right. Okay, there. Let me put an image. Quick one. Just put a quick one. This is like I don't know what's happening in this thing. Tired but good, nice. Yeah. Hope your day's been fine. But hold on. I need to show you guys this. I don't know why this happens. I don't know what is happening, rather. Do you see this? Do you see this? So this is studio mode, right? This is studio mode. So the right one here is what we're currently seeing, or supposed to be seeing. The left one here is just me checking things. Why is the game scene upside down in the preview? That's all. I just find that hilarious. Maybe the stream was bugging last time because the Edge Blob's right brain. Edge Blob's right brain had to be nerfed, had to be controlled. Oh, also by the way, I forgot I have muted the game. There we go, game on. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, why? How? Like, I thought it would be upside down so I could just fix it, right? But no, it shows up normally. But it didn't. Yes. Why? Anyway. Is game audio good? Hopefully game audio is fine. And well, hopefully game audio and my audio is pretty alright for y'all to listen. Whoa. Anyway. Great. Now we can continue with our latter part of the trial. Do I remember what happened? Some of it. Wait, is YouTube just dead? Wait, hold on. I think I know what I think I know the solution. If YouTube is just dead, that means that where is it? Platforms, YouTube. Aha, account. Aha, there we go. Hold on. It's not connecting. It's odd. Well, good news and bad news. I found out why it's not working. Bad news is I can't sign into StreamerBot with Google for whatever reason. Like, it's not giving me the option to sign in or like reattempt connection. So I'm sorry, YouTube. Resolve this late. All right, you're correct. You're so right there. Blue boy. Unfortunately, sorry, YouTube. I think you guys can't. You guys gonna have to like live with being mute, being like nerfed. YouTube chat's gotta be nerfed, unfortunately. The court will now. Hold on. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Is it Jack? Yep, it's Mr. Cowboy himself. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner. Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. Love how I just sound like a rich French person. I was trying to make him sound like a very high, very much the kind of person to like look down on people on the noses. At least that's the vibe I was going for his voice. Granted, his personality is otherwise, but like, he very much does still give out the vibe. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. The howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? The desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on this quickly. I can't talk. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us the testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Day of the crime. day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchid. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Thank you, Jake Marshall. You barely said anything, but thank you. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? Yeah, I guess the door is one. I guess the other one's security cameras? Or is it the lasso that he prepared on the ground there, which is it's a security system, I guess. I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. Oh, yep, that's it. That makes more sense. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. That he isn't, honestly. He's not that good with machines. Or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright. He's all yours. Are we gonna get jump scared by Blue Badger again? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. That's the worst jump scare because that's not supposed to be a jump scare. Okay, let's push. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? Hate and love the footage we saw on the last stream. Yeah, I don't know why that had to be like the end. Like, it's because we had to like look at the cam. We had to look at the, like, we had to look at that thingy, at the video recording for so long just to find a specific portion of it. Good thing we found it fairly quickly. Otherwise, we're just gonna be see the Blue Badger's face. Blue Badger is so eerie and creepy yet not. It's kind of how, you know, mascot horror is these days, right? Mascot horrors, they're not exactly scary in a regular setting, but then you put it in a random dark basement and you get an entirely different story. You got FNAF. I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still, even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who entered the recordings. You entered them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, isn't it? But it isn't doing him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Okay, so he's never inside the room. Make your rounds, but that ain't his style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. But wasn't he in the recording? I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. Do you even know any desperados? What are desperados? Show, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime. Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? You know what? I aspire. Truly people's aspirations. To be able to do their job while having a maximum relaxation. Rooms protected by 2 security systems. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism. What do you say about that? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentioned it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongol sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Oh, that sounds terrible. Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want a raise this year?" I'm just an innocent traveling man. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card on my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I better up the ante. Okay, hold on, we gotta look at the evidence again. What do we have here? Files for Joe Dark. Perpetrator, Joe Dark, That's a lot of victims. Head prosecutor, witnesses are those two. Executive investigators is a demon. So nothing for us to know here. Never mind. Is it? It has to be the video, right? Like, I don't think anything here actively points to him. Oh wait, whose fingerprints are these? I forgot whose fingerprint these are. Okay. No. It has to be that, right? It has to be this. Because this... Let me just watch the entire thing. Alright, everyone. Be careful, we gotta see the spooky things again. Okay, yeah. I just wanna see the end. I just wanna see the end. I don't know if there is an ending now I think about it, but I just wanna see the end. Dun. Okay, that's where Goodman comes in. Well, quote unquote Goodman comes in. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's how it is. He drops the glove. And then comes in Mr. Coward. Mr. Coward comes in, beats him up, gets beaten up instead. I think he was supposed to appear in this, right? I don't remember. He got beat up, yep, okay. Go on, proceed. I want to make sure something. Because I'm pretty sure he appeared in this clip, right? Or does he not? Okay. The body itself disappeared. This thing is really unsettling, man. Ah, no, that's nothing. Well, that's a waste of time. Missing fragment. Nah. There should be something. A half-written document dated. No, it's only Mike Meakin, so it's proof that he doesn't. At least he didn't register himself to enter the room. Unless 420 there is his number, of course. But we don't have that much proof yet. I can try to throw this. Hold on. You know, if we like mess up terribly, at least I have the save right here. But what is the item that proves this? Nope, no. Nope, the music was continuing. Three rounds, keep wary. Rooms protected by 2 security systems. Right, I was at a street side saloon. What would be it? What would be it? If we this, and then we point out the door, we weaken his... Nope, it's also not that. Insane theory. Lanaska is not the murderer. What? Wait, no. That's insane. No, you're no. I mean, look, we can understand theories, alright? You know, maybe we have some basis. That theory is so far out, man. I hate to break it to you, but Lana is definitely the murderer, alright? It says here I have a trump card. The trump card would have to be... What is the trump card? What is our trump card? God. Is it... No, it can't be the Joe Dark. Oh, that's fascinating. One of the victims is a marshal. Could they be related? Oh. Hold on. Memories. What would the evidence be? God. Like, that has any idea? Your evidence, the Ace Attorney badges. She breathes air. Wonderful. Any ideas on what the evidence could be? Because I'm trying to think, like, none of these seems likely, right? No. Because, okay, let's look at it one by one. This probably wouldn't play any role just yet. This doesn't have him at all in here to prove that he's inside, or like, we already tested this one out and it's not that. This doesn't really say anything. I want to see this, but like this also doesn't say anything. I'm gonna first, is it his first cross examination? Yeah, it's his first one. For Jake Marshall, yeah, it's Jake Marshall's first cross examination. I'm trying to think, like, what could it be? This? I don't think this says anything, right? This is just a knife, stabby stabby. Photo taken by Angel Star. No, because this. Okay, what has any relevance to this location? Technically, this thingy. It would be wild if this actually is, you know, the evidence. But I don't think it would be. I will say that. So it didn't reach it yet. Damn. I am amazed at how difficult the game suddenly got. Like, episode 1 to 4 is... Like, even if I play, like, weekly, I can still, like, figure out, like, you know, the bits and pieces for every stream. Episode 5 is such a roadblock. Not to say that it's bad that it's difficult, but, like, you know? Like, what to think? It's amazing. This game impresses me in how what's the word? In how difficult it could actually be. Can't be this. Why is there a hand here? Nope. Wait, I wasn't even paying attention on what the thingy I was looking at is. This is true panic. Look, at this point, I'm just gonna be spamming. Fine, you know what? We're gonna be brute force. I'm gonna brute force this, unfortunately. It pains me to say it, but I think I'm quite literally at the point where I'm gonna be brute forcing this. Like that. What does Phoenix mean when he have like key evidence? What? What do? Hey, hi, Balloon Boy. I am still, yes. You remember it? No, I am. Get his fingerprints. Wait, that's a thing you can do? You can do that? No, that's not it. Help, I got it wrong. Evidence of his fingerprints. Look, right now you guys are like the, you know, like the older siblings who don't know how to play the game better. Sorry, wrong. I just realized I was also at the wrong location. We need to get his fingerprints, right? No, it's not that. Wait, we don't have his fingerprints that were on a locker. Is it this one? Oh! I'm blind. I didn't read. I didn't read. What the evidence name is. My head hurts. Uh, it was there the whole time. It's literally in the evidence name. Ah. 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 It was in the evidence name and I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. You know, I blame myself for that. I should be reading more. Anyway. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. I mean, exaggeration, sure, but I have never felt so disappointed in myself. It's literally, I cannot believe that I missed the word Marshall's fingerprints. Marshall's fingerprints. Of course, that will be the evidence. Anyway, continue. And yet you drag me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds, about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. Objection! I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene. The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints. Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime. My name is Optimus Prime. And together, we can find your spark. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How would you know that? How would you know that, Marshall? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Alright. Proceed. Right. Alright, guys, remember. First step is to read. I can't believe it. I still can't believe how I missed such an obvious clue. I still can't. I still. That's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It would be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Okay. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It ain't no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. Just so happened, murderer touched the locker with fingerprints. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. Chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. No, I don't think that's how probability works. Yeah, I don't think that's how probability works. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. Wanna know why? Bloodstains are unrelated. Well, prove that. Unrelated. They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder. He's right, although seemingly alike, they're totally different. You don't see what homonyms have to do with this? Or didn't you know? How do you know that? You're wearing gloves that matter. You wear fingerless gloves. How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It's found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood. In the desert, just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality. That's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there. Can't say otherwise. Okay, so that means we need to somehow prove that he is in the tapes. Which means we're gonna have to look at the tape again. God. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Alright, hold on. Too bad it wasn't me in that video. Is he Goodman? Is he Goodman in the video? Could he be Goodman in the video? What do you mean by that? Want to tie me to this crime, ain't that right, partner? If so, that video's the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots. Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. God, we're gonna have to show again. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Everyone close your eyes. This is gonna be very scary. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Cover your eyes, children. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Why this music? Why this music? I really feel like Goodman could be Marshall. Goodman could be Marshall. Scare moment. Ah! Ah! But if Goodman is Marshall, why does he bring out the stabby stab? Why does he bring out the dagger, the knife? I don't know what he actually uses. But like, why? Why? I just fast forward. Fast forward again. It has to be Goodman, right? It has to be this guy, right? Goodman himself. Or at least Goodman in this case, right? Like, I'm not seeing any. It's clearly not Meekins. Meekins himself isn't. Ah! Close your eyes, children. Oh! 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 Whoa! 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 Pause it, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right. Look at. Pay attention to this key. Notice its blandness. All right. Now we continue. We continue. Nothing yet. Nothing new so far. Nothing new. Alright, everything's fine, everything's calm. Nothing. And then what do we have here? What fascinating thing we have here? Look at that. Look at this. Why is this suddenly present? Present. Wait, hold on. Wait, is my shortcut down? No. Hold on. Is my shortcut down? Why is everything down today? Where is the thingy? Where is the cut? There we go. There we go. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. No scary moment. Whew. You know, congrats on you guys for like braving through the entire sequence. Proud of you. Could you have sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in the video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Oh, that locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Can you like fast forward, rewind it, you know, not like take your time. Yeah, yes, continue, yes. Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There is only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order! It would seem that you only hold your horses. Sorry, partner. You got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. Not my fault he happened to choose mine. Well, Mr. Marshall, I'm afraid you got it wrong as well. Because fingerprints. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it. Well, here. A fingerprint sensor. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say? In 8 words or less. Ooh, Phoenix turned it around. Is that jerky? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! Order! I, a witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can. Have a look at these floor plans. Alright, now we get to see things. Break down that early. See, you say early, and it is technically early because it's only been a few questions, but it's been like an hour. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room, so technically, it's both early and on time. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. That show then. Where was the witness? See, of course, so yeah, Marshall is disguising as Goodman. Why though? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. Also, but that also does explain why he attacked Meekins. That's right, the only possible conclusion. Well done, let's share it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? It literally cannot be one person. If V is victim, I hope V is victim. We'll find out. Officer Marshall was standing right here. There. But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is... Drumroll please. Seriously, my thingy is... Oh, I think it's because of numlock. It is because of numlock. Hold on. Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Why Meekins is the least reliable person to... Meekins is the least reliable witness we have. Unironically. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. Does he know Goodman? That is a good question. Does he know Goodman? May I point out... There we go. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes? And how did Detective Goodman respond? They put a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple, because the faces are different. So if he shows the card, then Meekins would realistically notice that, hey, you don't look at the card. Hold on. You know, that kind of scenario. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Officer Marshall. You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? Still denying it. Gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. can't be happening. So obvious he's the one. What can I do? It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. So we need to look for proof that Officer Marshall couldn't have been there without being in disguise. I guess that's what the wording here is going for. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Okay, well, makes more sense. Makes more sense than how I phrased it. What do you think this locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? What is it? Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. The video again. I don't have any evidence, so the video is only my only shot. Whoa. Whoa, that's... Whoa. 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 Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Fast forward. Okay, nothing too weird yet. It has to be during the attack. So, fight, proper. Oh, wait, hold on. Rewind is this, right? Why is his shoulder bloody, y'all? Why is his shoulder so bloody? Wait, that shoulder's fine. That shoulder's fine. There's a fight. And then the shoulder's all of a sudden so bloody. And then he disappeared. Then the cloth is there. So if I have to make a guess, it's probably because there's blood on his shirt and he doesn't want evidence of it. So this. For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. Bloody hell. You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Look at that, we are making progress. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like his voice really toned down. Hold on. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, you were only half as persistent then as you were today. We all wouldn't have to be here now. Now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. Seems time has come. Ooh, confession. I had to do it that day. Couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. Planned to take out the evidence. Wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. Knocked him out. Managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Oddly, that's an odd detail to add. So, the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood from such a small donation. Alright. Push, push. Also, hey, look at that. It's been an hour and nothing broke down yet. Yay! Yay! We need to celebrate. Woo! Well, we don't need to celebrate, but I'm gonna celebrate it. Hold on. It's an hour and it hasn't like crashed. Probably not a thing to celebrate. But you know what? Considering how random it is last time, I think it's worth the cost. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? It's gonna jinx it. No! You know what? I probably should have. I probably should have mentioned it. Everyone keep track. The SL9 incident. Well, now that you say that I'm gonna jinx the stream, now it's gonna be jinxed. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. The incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. So here's the thing, here's my theory. And it's that because we saw the name. We saw the name. Well, I saw the name. I don't know if you guys noticed it. But like here, I'll show you. Joe Dart, serial murder, death, yada yada. Look at the name of the victims. Look at the final one. It's a Marshall. Look at Jake's name. It's a Marshall. Long story short, this is just... He just wants closure / revenge. On behalf of... relative? Sibling? I don't know. Maybe dad. We'll find out later. That's as far as my theory goes. Anyway. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last... That day was my last chance. That's why Still detective. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card, left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. Isn't that after the murder? So he just decided, whoop, just gonna drop the ID card here. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only plan on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type person, mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to show his ID. I'll have to think a little more about his race this year. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting him slightly. Sorry it had to turn out that way, with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? No, I mean the one you used to attack. I don't know what to say. So you knocked out Officer Meekins and managed to escape. So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. Their security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. Someone was in the security room when I came out. Jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? He fainted. What else? Was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day, he assaulted an officer. There was no murder. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Far away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID? Injuring a police officer? This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. Oh, the music's changed. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this ain't your case. This one's mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why? Your brother died. But the case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murderers, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know, so I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with the incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is? I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. Okay, we go back. We go all the way here. And then probably the murder weapon. Yeah, this is it. This? I guess it's this because like he's trying to look for a specific evidence. I guess this is the evidence. Hey, order. Nope, never mind. I lied. Don't trust me. You can't just go on forgetting the case. Why? Let's observe. Let's observe slowly. Oh, it had to be this one. It had to be this. I don't know why I don't know why I don't know why I thought it would be the other one, but this one is much more related to the case itself, and we already talked about the fact that how he's related to the case. Yes. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, you received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? Must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. Aww. No. He was investigating the murders with Deem Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Is that Joe Dark? Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. My nose. It was the rain. Had incarcerated. Case was finally closed. I think, is my mic on? Sounds like it is. Alright. At least, according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. What? I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with this resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. Then what is the pool of blood? You can't just like say there's no murder when there's clear signs of someone dying. The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? Gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. We're back to this again, boyos. But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. Okay, well, we're back to here again. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. I rest my case. It seems this trial has reached conclusion. There is no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security tapes really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. No. Oh. What? Your Honor, wait. Emma. The defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? In a sense. Please, Your Honor. For a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in a shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? He's so nice. In his own way, he's nice. Honestly, Edgeworth, in his own way, you can't deny that he is very, you know, compliant. No, not compliant. He's very lenient to the people he cares about. And then there's people who he doesn't care about, which just gets straight up, like, you know, shotgun, bazookas, cannon launchers, all of them. But yeah, the generous kindness. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? No fingerprint were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examine it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. Compassionate, yes, exactly. So I ran over there and looked at it again. Huh? So did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Doesn't want to admit he's a big softie. Exactly. Till his death, he probably would not admit it. But like, even during his death, he'd probably be the one like consoling everyone as he's dying. Consoling everyone in the way like, ugh, why are you crying? This isn't even your death. I mean, he wouldn't do it for other people's death, but like, in the case where he's on his, he's right at the door itself. Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. Honestly, fair. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood aren't the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Law, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be... Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If I've needed to concentrate, it's now. What is wrong? What could be wrong with the handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? I object. We're gonna have to. The handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at this floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? What is it? Is it the blue? Is it the dancing thingy? Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Is it gonna be the blue badger? Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy us time. Very well, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here. No, it is. It is. Wait, no. Could it be? No, it is. It is because the blue badger itself has a handprint. The blue badger has a handprint. Has a a handprint. Why would the blue badger have a handprint? Like very awkwardly placed. So it's something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing from the floor plans? It's this thingy, isn't it? It's that thingy. It has to be that thingy. Nothing else can be reasonably drawn. Maybe this, but like, it's a yeah. It has to be that. It has to be this. It has to be. It is. Let's go. What about that piece of plywood? Let's go. Whoa. The blue badger, mascot of the police force. The classic Chekhov's blue badger. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here. So watch what happens when you put him in. This is where he was dancing at the scene of the crime. Well, what? That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing there, it will be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. So that means, just what exactly does that mean? It means it can be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. It's alright. Think it through scientifically. Emma? On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in. So Goodman was killed here, or well, he thought to be he died here. He must have survived somehow, and then he walked out, hides inside the trunk or something. And that's as far as I got. Just one moment, I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. May sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time, someone bled prior to the struggle shown on the tape. It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. Oh shit, things are heating up. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the obscurity tape has been proven to be a fake. Big yawn. Just realized Joe Dark is a pun for you or Dark White. Big yawn. Indeed. I mean, to be fair, the game has a lot of puns. I may miss some. I'm pretty sure I missed a lot. Big yawn. Damn, I don't know, man. I mean, like, speaking. I don't know. Must have just been me, you know, voicing these characters. Like, oh. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. Phoenix Wright's evil confirmed. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that... That's an actual theory. I mean, I guess define evil. Maybe he's been breaking the law in terms of like how his SOPs of like, you know, court trial sessions. Prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in the evidence room. That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. It's the time thingy. It's the timestamp thingy. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place? Timestamp, where are you? If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh! The ID card record! Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at Let's see here. 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Edgeworth! Ah! Edgeworth committed a crime! Ah! Miles, Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope. I get it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. There's only one other card remaining, number 7, and just 7s, nothing else. That's all 7s. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make any sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? He must have been like dragged in, I guess. That's my likeliest answer. He must have been like knocked out, dragged in, murdered inside. He woke up as he's being murdered, ran away. Well, actually, no, that sounds so far-fetched. Nothing about it. That's a wild-ass theory if I ever heard one. Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number 7. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. But that's ridiculous. Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not several. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing. About that incident.
the SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Ooh. Ooh. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution of the trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana, I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During the trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't! I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence. Gasp. See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh no, no! Order! Lana's remarks caused such a stir. Chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Whew! Whew! We reached another checkpoint. Whew! The whole department corrupt. Not Mr. Judge. Mr. Judge can't be corrupt. Whew! Woo! 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 We have time for well, we technically don't have time. We do have time for a little bit. We can go into it for a bit. Oh, nope. Let me save one more time. Let me save one more time. I'm trying to think. It probably wouldn't benefit because remember last time when I decided to do an investigation and stopped halfway, and then when I picked back up the investigation, I completely forgot what I had to do. Yeah. So you know what? Hold on. Back. You know what? I think, as short as it is, it's a good place to say poof. And look at that, guys. We didn't crash. We've solved the problem, whatever the problem is. All I did was I just reinstalled it. So like I reinstalled OBS. So I guess it's because mine like weirdly crashing all of a sudden. Come back from eating, what happened? Damn. So what happened was we managed to prove that there is a murder that happened in the evidence room. The stream hasn't ended yet. Calm down. We're still in like the cooling down phase of the stream. It hasn't ended per se. Merely, it's about to end. But right now we're just talking, you know. So yeah, what happened was, we managed to prove that there is in fact a murder happening in the evidence room, and the murder was indeed, well, we didn't prove it, we just speculated it, that the murder was Goodman's. And then Jake Marshall decided, hey, you prosecutors are all corrupt. Everyone in this department is corrupted, forging evidence. So he asked like Lana, and Lana's like, yeah, you know, fair enough. I can't say much about it because I did kind of like forge the evidence in that, you know. And then everyone panicked, and then the evidence, and then like the proof thingy, they decided like, you know, delay giving the verdict because like it's too chaotic. And that's the best. Any questions? If now I feel sad. I feel sad that okay, a lot of things this week. There must be a lot of things happen. You know that earlier this week is the crashes, and now it seems that it's fixed, and the only way we find out is next week. And also the other thing to be sad about, at least for me, is how I entirely missed a single piece of evidence just because I didn't read. Shocker. Fun fact, guys, if you wanna like solve a puzzle, you probably should read every single item and instruction, at least the one deemed necessary. Because I completely missed the fact that the name fingerprints has a name assigned to it. I forgot about that. You know, great stream though, great stream. Hopefully next week everything is fine again and we can actually finish up Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Anything else? I don't know. Is there anything else I need to think about? Oh yeah, stream schedule. What's the word? Tuesday's gotta be Breath of the Wild. Hopefully everything's fine. It seems like it is. So like I'm hoping a bit harder this time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I could finish. I'm pretty sure I'm 80% sure I can finish the Breath of the Wild stuff next stream, or whenever I able to fully stream it. If not the same stream, probably the next stream. There's that, and then on Thursday we'll continue this, the start of the final day of investigation. And once I don't know, I'm still thinking what game I want to play after. Hopefully fine, exactly. I'm thinking about what game I want to play after Ace Attorney, because you know, put a small tiny couple streams game, maybe one stream, maybe a couple stream game in between long series. Because like sure, I can like burn through the entire series consecutively, but like yeah, I want to try other things as well, just like, you know, tiny things stuffed in between. So yeah, I'm still thinking about what game I'm going to be playing. I can look at Steam right now. Hold on, let me look at Steam. I have games on Steam that I think I can play as a short but sweet game. Short intermission games, I guess. Let's see, what game do I have? Crypt of the Necrodancer. Skullgirl. Well, no. Skullgirls is a fighting game. I have a controller. I have a controller for Skullgirls. Should try Undertale Yellow. Ah, right, you've recommended that. I really do remember that. How long is Undertale Yellow? Is that like a how long to beat kind of thing for Undertale Yellow? I can check it actually. Where is what? How long Undertale Yellow? Let me look. It's 8 hours in length. Ooh, that's like actually that's like 4 streams, give or take. 4 streams, give or take. Yeah, I should really write it down somewhere. Undertale Yellow. That is something. Alright. Noted. Hold on, I can't read what you're saying. Really tiny games, Octogeddon, but that game died out years. Very long game like Undertale. Is it like Undertale where it's multiple routes? Or is it just a singular route? Is it like Undertale where it has multiple routes? Like yeah, I'm planning to like have a tiny game in between, because like I have
two long running games that I'm currently playing on both my stream days. So I would like to be able to continue the games, but at the same time, the in between, I haven't decided how long of like a short game it is. But well, we'll see. Maybe I can play Until Yellow. Maybe. It's on itch, right? Is it on itch or is it on? It's not on Steam. Undertale Yellow. Where do you download it? Is it on itch.io? It has multiple routes. I'll probably play one route, and then if we ever get back to it, if I do play, I'll probably only play one route first. If we ever get back to it, we'll play another route. We'll see. Is there a reason why Yellow is such a unique character? Or did they plan to like have all other characters as well? I feel so happy. Why am I happy? In the fact that it's almost my usual stream duration. Yellow has a gun. You know what? Makes sense. I don't know how it makes sense, but it makes sense when you say it like that. I'm happy that it hasn't crashed. Yellow has only unique characters. Okay, never mind. Yeah, just, you know, mission success. Objective achieved. Does it have sans? Let's see. Yeah, we'll see. I might try. I might give it a shot. Yeah. Yellow has a gun. Well, anywho. Have I said my schedule? Yeah. So to wrap it all up, Tuesday is blah 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 blah. Tuesday is Breath of the Wild. Maybe we finish it, maybe we don't. If not, probably next stream. And then Thursday we'll continue this. And yeah. Damn, nah, you. Hi, did you miss it? You kind of like miss the entire stream, but don't worry about it. It's like a prequel to what happens in Undertale. I guess it makes sense because like the yellow soul did appear in Undertale as a yellow soul and not as a person. It's fine. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys whenever I prepare this. Hold on. I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Bye bye. Boop.